Jungler is one of the most crucial roles in any mobile games, but yet most people avoid the role due to its complexity. But today, I'm going to simplify jungling for you. First, let's look at this clip. This is a mid to late game phase where I actually managed to kill all 4 of the opponents and achieve the Miniac. So let's recap and see how we actually won that fight. As you can see here, my teammates are mostly level around level 12 and level 13, and so are the opponents. But yet, I'm level 15, which gave me the advantage to dominate them and won that fight. And these are the 4 main tips that I'm going to share with you so that you can outfarm your opponents and conquer the game. First up, picking meta heroes. Draft pick phase is one of the most decisive part of the game which most of the players tend to miss out on. Picking the correct heroes could let you win the game much more easily. And here are some of the meta junglers that I would recommend. For assassin junglers, you can pick Ling, Joy, Hayabusa, Nolan, Fanny, or Shuyo. If your team requires a frontline, pick Barat, Akai, or Fedrin. With the correct hero picks, it will smoothen your game progression and increase your farming speed. Next up, master jungle buffing. Knowing which buff to start and which creep to progress on later is highly important. Having the correct jungle buffing could allow you to achieve more farm from independent resources such as the Little Wanderer, Gold or EXP Crab, and even turtles. A pro jungler would never restrict themselves to their own jungle. Invading the opponent jungle would not only boost your gold, but also restrict the opponent jungler's farm. There are many things to consider at the start of the game. For example, since I'm playing an assassin this game, ganking the marksman will obviously be my top priority. Since the gold lane is located at the top lane, my jungle pathing will start from the red buff to this creep, then to the Lito, before making my way to the blue buff and finally ganking Claude at the top lane. Moving on to the third main tip, prioritize objectives over kills. Many low-rank games tend to last 30 minutes or even longer, and this is because players tend to not focus on objectives. I believe that all of us have encountered games whereby we are winning in the early game phase, but yet, as the game progresses on, your team starts to lose the advantage and eventually resulting in defeat. The main reason for this is again the lack of focus on objectives. If you are unsure of what objectives are, just keep in mind these 3 things: turrets, lords, and turtles. Always remember, MLBB is a turret pushing game. Securing objectives such as turtles and lords gives your team more advantage and farm, which makes pushing and ending the game easy. Last but not least, maximizing your map awareness. The minimap at the top left hand corner of your screen is a highly important resource that players tend to neglect. Knowing your opponent's position will allow you to make the best choice at crucial moments, such as ganking, invading a buff, or even taking objectives. While you are farming in your jungle, don't focus on the jungle creep health, but instead keep a lookout on the minimap to know where the location of the opponents are. Jungling is a hard role. Other than the 4 main tips that I have mentioned, there are actually many micro tips that you can use while playing a jungler. First up, you can always know which buff the opponent starts just by checking the dashboard of the opponent's jungler gold. If the opponent wants to start with blue buff, his or her gold will progress from 300 to 323 before 400 plus. Second thing to note is that the first turtle will always spawn on the EXP lane. Third, turtle and lord would spawn at the 2 minutes and 8 minutes mark respectively. Lastly, lord is always enhanced at the 12 minute mark. And with that, you have graduated from the jungling masterclass. Just go and practice your retribution skills right now. If you are watching till this part of the video, do consider clicking here to subscribe and click here to watch my latest video.